Well, I went to school at a small school in Elkhart, Indiana, and at the end of school, we were required to do a year's internship. And fortunately, before I went through my whole year, they had an open in micro. So they offered it to me, I took it, and that's where I've been ever since.
I was working at a small hospital in Silver Springs, Maryland, and the personnel director, evidently he traveled around the country recruiting, and that was when the hospital was, just getting going. And it kind of turns out he interviews you, and he'd say you're hired, and that was, show up on a certain date. And so I packed everything I could, at that time I could pack everything I owned in my car. And
my brother was working at Kettering at the time when it first opened, and he said, why don't you come to Dayton? And I came to Dayton, and so I walked all the way from 3rd Street out to Kettering Hospital. And went in and got interviewed by Mrs. Smotherman, and she says, when can you start? And I said, can I start this afternoon?
you don't stay in one job for 50 years if you don't enjoy it. I enjoy my work and the people I work with, which is why I'm still there. Same place for that long.
I enjoy the people that I work with. I enjoy the doctors that I have constant contact with, and it's just one of the things that gets me up and gets me going and out of the house, and the routine that I've lived for so many years.
As long as I'm walking on top, I think I want to keep working because, it's fun to work, and it's fun to work at the hospital. I've known people from George Nelson to Fred Mancher, and I've met a lot of people along the way, and it makes me feel that I've accomplished something in my life.
There's a painting in the waiting room of by Nathan Green, and maybe some of you have seen it. Large painting of a man's daughter feeding a down and out guy, and I go by that every day. And one day I was looking at it, and Mr. Mancher walked by, and I asked him about the painting, and he said, "Well, somebody donated that to the hospital, and I mean, what a nice thing! It inspires people. It inspires me every time I see it."
I met Mrs. Kettering, and she asked my boss if she knew anybody that could clean her carpet for her, and my boss sent me up there to clean it. And I was working real hard, and she came out to meet me and introduced herself, and she said, "You're working very hard, and so why don't you come on and have a sandwich?" And she sat down in her little kitchen and gave me half of her sandwich. And that kind of stuck to me for the longest time.
It should.
Yeah.
For the younger generation, they're all eager to find the perfect job. They're all eager to move from here to here to here to here. There is no perfect job. How do I know that? I've only worked one place, but I figured that out. There's problems that you have to deal with wherever you might go. And so some things you just have to suck it up and deal with it, and
You made
it'll work
that
out.
your perfect job.
Yes, and it'll work out in the end. And I'm so happy that I happened to find a job that I have enjoyed all these years. Many, many people do not have that opportunity. They can't say that. We can.